I just wanted to do a review of the Skagen Jorn hybrid smartwatch. You can get all the technical specs and, look at the features of these online, but I wanted to offer some real world experience. I've owned this for 3 weeks, worn it continuously for these 3 weeks, and love it. This is the watch when you set a timer. Alexa built into the watch, and I've got it coded so that I press the top button and it sits and waits for me to ask it something. I had to tell it twice to set this timer. The first time its Alexa wasn't reachable. Second time it set a 10-minute timer for me. So you can see it's counting down. The two hands are synchronized. You can see it's stepping down the seconds, and then it tells you the number of minutes. There's no audio output from this watch, so of course you just get the vibration when it's hits 0. So timers are one of the things I needed to use. And the other thing is notifications. So there's one from Twitter or X. Back to the timer. Alexa in general has been okay for me, but I'd have preferred Google on it, just because I've got Google Home devices around the house and they control a lot of my devices. I've had this watch on my wrist permanently more or less 24 hours a day since I charged it up. So it's been 3 weeks since I charged it. I took it off charge Monday morning 3 weeks ago at about 8 AM, and you can see we're just into the early afternoon on Monday the 2nd of October, 3 weeks later. I've had it tracking my heart rate, my blood oxygen, and my steps, and it's been tracking my sleep patterns. I've had notifications for Facebook, Messenger, Twitter, and a few other apps. The only thing I will say is I did disable a lot of the notifications that I was getting. Although it doesn't have Google services on it, and so no Google Assistant, I have linked the health information to Google Fit. I'll show you the Skagen app that shows you things like sleeping hours and heart rate, etc. But the same information is also available to Google Fit. This was £120 online. It's the Jorn 42mm Gen 6 hybrid smartwatch, SKT 3201. I did also get an introductory offer from Skagen as a new member. I saved £17.85 by signing up to them, and there was free shipping. So my order total was £101.15. I've just put my watch on charge at 12:55 PM. It's at 25% battery, so we'll see how long it goes for and what the final charge is. You can see the battery symbol at the bottom to show it's on charge, and I've also got the battery percentage indicator on my screen. So it's 1 minute 2 at the moment. Now it's perhaps 40 seconds to go. 20 seconds to go maybe. Now it's 1 o'clock. So it appears to update the minute hand every 20 seconds. It's now 1:07 PM. The watch is charged to 40%. It's now 1:37 PM and we're at 88%. 12:04 and you can see we're now at 98%. I think charging has probably slowed down in these last few percentages, but 1 hour to go from 25% to 98%. That charge had lasted me 3 weeks, and this is why I just can't believe how I haven't bought a hybrid watch before. I've been using Wear OS watches for the last, say, 8 years, and when your watch vibrates at about 8 PM, I automatically thought, oh, it's a battery warning. It's going into battery saver mode, or it's going into time only mode and turning off all functions. But when this vibrates at 8 PM, it's normally, it's some alert from Facebook or recommended purchases on Amazon or whatever. So it's a completely different watch to wear. I've been sleep tracking. I certainly could never track my sleep with Wear OS because I'd have to put it on charge every night. So there you go. This is the Skagen Jorn. So you will find fossil hybrid watches are pretty much the same in tech specs on these. Hopefully this has been of some use to people. If you're after a smartwatch, Wear OS and the full colour LCD or OLED screens are great, but I've given it all up to get a hybrid. It's got 2 hands and an e-ink display, and it's a much better option in my opinion. I've just put together some screenshots from the Skagen app. These show the main interface on your phone and how you can view your various recorded stats on sleep patterns, your heart rate whilst you sleep, your rest type, your oxygen levels, oxygen level across the various days, calories, and then you can go into your notifications and your display preferences. So you can either pick a predefined face, or you can go into the face, pick elements on the screen, choose different components or different colours, different surround pattern, etc. So it's fairly customizable. And then finally Google Fit with all the same stats. There's perhaps just a few more things worth mentioning. Although there's no touch screen, it will detect a double tap to illuminate this display for a few seconds, which is handy at night. One of the drawbacks is the range of the Bluetooth. I've normally got my mobile phone on me. If I walk more than about 10 foot away from the phone, it disconnects, so you don't get any notifications. It reconnects easy enough as soon as you're back in range, but there's no Wi-Fi on board, So you're really bound to your mobile phone for any notifications. Obviously the time's still going to work. It'll still track your pulse and oxygen. It just won't synchronize these with your phone until it's back in range. So worth noting, low range.